Magic 98.9. It's Sheri Taylor, and you are in with a Diva's Dish. Across from me is someone that I grew up listening to, and I just was in awe of her voice. And she was Miss South Carolina.
Right.
You're also in the running for Miss America.
I was.
And Miss Broadway, right?
Miss Broadway, yes.
I wish you could see him. It's Kimilee Bryant. She is a Greenville native.
Yes.
We're very proud of you and all the accomplishments you've had, and the fact that you've brought those talents back to Greenville.
Well, and I love that it's the Diva's Dish because
We're divas,
double divas here.
Exactly, and I will tell you how I grew up automatically loving Kimilee's voice. I knew who she was, but her mom owned the dance studio 2 doors down from my aunt's bakery, the Cake Bakery in Korea. And that was my very first job. My first job was scooping ice cream and, of course, serving cupcakes and all that fun stuff.
All those cupcakes.
Oh,
I'll never forget those cupcakes. And my younger siblings. I was always going to get cupcakes for the younger siblings.
All of you guys come
Yes, all the red hair.
All the red. You could not miss it. Could not miss it. And of course, I heard this beautiful voice warming up, and it was just you're going through your scales, and you're just going through your performance pieces, and your just practice. It was just practice does
probably right before I was competing for Miss South Carolina, because we kind of took over the studio in the summer and made it my sort of rehearsal space. So that's probably when you heard that.
And so when I was stressed out, or my aunt was stressed out from too many cake orders, she's like, I just need to calm down, take a minute, regroup, and there's your voice, just all the beautiful scales. So that's just wonderful. It's one of those wonderful stories. So I was excited that you got to come in with me today.
Yeah.
And let's talk. We will be working together on February 7th. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'm really excited about, more excited now because we have enhanced this whole program. David Holland is a friend of mine who also went to the Fine Arts Center probably around my sister's time, who's a bit younger. And he's one of the theater teachers there at Liberty High School. And he has an improv group with his students. And I visited them last spring, and we did sort of an Inside the Actors Studio interview, and I sang for them, and I sort of gave them... I sing a little bit, a couple of tunes here and there. But anyway, some kind of information about a career on Broadway and TV film, especially in New York and LA, because I've done that thing. And then he's asked me to be a part of their improv shows. And I couldn't do it in the fall, but we decided to do a February show. And he's doing sort of a phantom theme. So I don't know exactly what to expect from these kids. I'm going to sing 4 or 5 songs. He's actually going to put me to work. But we're also doing a pre-panel to talk about autism and autism awareness. He saw a piece I did in the Greenville News about how a lot of kids in South Carolina, I'm talking in the thousands, are not getting the therapy that they need because of lack of funding and lack of providers, because our system does not provide enough for the therapists. As opposed to he just read this article and thought, I need to do something. I want to be involved.
It's very fascinating.
Yeah.
I have friends that have children with autism, and the fact
1 in
that they
59 now.
Exactly, and they have to fight for every little bit of therapy that they get, and then they have to prove year after year that they need this therapy, and they go back through all this paperwork.
Yes. The paperwork, stacks and stacks.
Goodness, I have this one friend that you'll see her post on social media that she feels like she's hitting her head against the wall because she makes a step. Oh, we had to do this, and we got his therapy approved, and then you turn around and we've got to get this approved, and why we need this, and how this works for us, and why we need this after-school program, or we need this program.
And then when they get to a certain age, when they get to a certain age, I just found out from his OT, which is occupational therapy, they did an evaluation on Wednesday, and I heard from the head therapist, we are going to discharge him when he turns 5. Well, he turns 5 March 21st, so we've just got less than 2 months away, and I just thought, why? I don't think he's ready for that. Just starting to make it.
And you can't stop that.
Yeah.
Regression.
It's regression. Yeah. So this was actually one of the things I talked about in that article about what happened last year with us. We lost our therapy, because our ABA therapy. And there will be someone on the panel with us. I'm really excited that she's going to be there. Lisa Lane, who is one of the co-founders of the Project Hope Foundation here in South Carolina, which I'm so lucky that my son is a part of, and a lot of people are trying to get in there. We lost our therapy and our class with them because something changed with South Carolina Medicaid. It was about 2.5 months that we didn't have his therapy, he regressed in 2 weeks, and I was lucky enough to get him to another program temporarily, but it wasn't the same, not nearly the amount of time.
And it's
but
not that routine that they're
Yes.
used to, because that is something very important
Yeah,
in someone with autism.
And not only that, I was lucky, really lucky, that it was only 2.5 months. I was told, oh, it could be 3 to 6 months, maybe a year. The key words are early intervention, and he was 3.5 at that time, and I just thought, what about all these other children who've been waiting, and they're 4 and 5 and 6. So for them to have a real shot at life and independence, they need this therapy. So, how great. I was going to do it anyway. I love improv. I love teaching kids. It's what I do. I have a camp coming up we'll talk about. I teach on a regular basis privately. I've taught at some universities here. But I was going to do this anyway, but so great for him to offer to make this also an awareness event, a fundraising event. Now, the tickets are only $5. It's a school
affordable.
event, very affordable.
Very affordable, and it's going to be a great night. You've got improv, you've got
Yeah.
Kimilee, and of course, you're doing.
And we'll have
great-
Sheri.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there too, yeah. I've done my share of improv and on stage and on film. So yeah,
You never know. They
I
might-
might get roped in.
We might rope you in. And in fact, I think one of my brothers may come. I just found out. And he's
Oh.
one of the kings of improv, too, around here. He taught at ARMS, and he teaches at my camp as well. We might just get him up on stage. We'll
Yeah,
see. I don't
You never
know.
know who you're going to grab. It. Hey, you with it right
Yeah.
here. Come here.
Well, there is definitely audience participation. So we will certainly reach out to the audience to give us a theme or an object or a place.
That's the fun of
Yes,
improv.
yes.
Because you never know. You are flying by the seat of your pants.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm so excited for that. And the team will be donating $1 from every ticket to the Project Hope Foundation. To find out more about Project Hope, how can they reach you or Project Hope?
Yeah.
You can give them the web address.
Yeah, so it's projecthopesc.org. So that's the way you can find out about Project Hope. And they're always doing other fundraising events. There's a huge gala that they do in April. There's a new space that they're looking at in the Landrum area, which is beautiful. Oh my goodness, I was just emotional just looking at it. So that's really exciting. They're doing great things. The school is Liberty High School. I believe you might have that phone number. Do you have the phone number there?
Absolutely.
Okay,
And let's
February
talk about that.
7th. So that's
Great. I grew
next
up doing
Thursday.
theater my
The
whole
panel
life.
starts at
I have an
6:15.
agent in Charlotte. I do a lot of films.
The
I do some
improv starts
stage
at
work too,
7.
but being
I'll
mom
tell
of
her
two kids,
while you're looking for
you
that. My
definitely know.
website
Oh, my
is
goodness.
KimileeBryant.com.
Sadly,
you
just
have to.
spell
I've had to
because
say
it's
no
unusual,
to
I
some
know.
things. I have never in my life said
Kimiley,
no to a job.
It just doesn't make sense.
I'm
Judi
going
Dench
to
will even
try to
say,
have
don't
all
you
of
say
this
no to
information,
Exactly.
work.
Including
Project
the little
Hope,
one at
the Liberty
home,
High
and you've
School.
gotta keep those
They're all of
schedules.
that and
And
especially
so
if you want to just go
well,
there,
any
that's
little
fine.
one,
But I
too.
do have a
And
child
also-
with special needs. So with that said, though, I am going to China for a month. I know she's looking
goodness.
shocked because I didn't tell her about that one.
No, we talked about everything, even ice cream and
Ice
Muppet
cream.
cupcakes. And
Exactly. Well, I had this opportunity 3 years ago. It probably would have been a little easier when he was much smaller. He was 18 months. But it didn't work out, and they've invited me back. So I'm excited. I'm going at the end of this month, so February 27th. My sister has graciously agreed to move into my house and also take care of my Shih Tzu as well. So she's going to see how hard it is, and she's also the manager of a very popular restaurant in town too. So I'm not sure how she's going to work that out, but my mom is going to help. So I'm so happy that they're letting me have this experience as well, and I'm going to be buying lots of toys in China
Exactly.
because they're all made there. So
Exactly, and lots of trinkets for the family to
'Cause
say thank you.
I feel guilty, very guilty. But I'll be doing 15 concerts, so it's like every other day we are traveling. It's quite the schedule. I'm kind of nervous about that. I'm hoping to stay healthy. I'll probably wear some sort of oxygen mask on the plane
Exactly,
and
do
look
that, and
weird, and I'll
I've-
take pictures.
I've got these vitamin things you can put under your eyes when
Okay.
you're flying, and I'll get those
Oh
to
yeah,
you.
I was going to say, you're going to
Oh,
hook me up
yeah.
with some of
My
that stuff
friend
you were talking about.
Allie Waller, who is a makeup artist, she showed me these things, and they're
Ah.
wonderful. You can wear them under your sunglasses when you travel. You take them off when you get there, and you're so refreshed. And it's
Love
all
it,
vitamins.
because it's 24 hours I'm going to be.
Yeah, you need that.
in
You
the
need that.
plane, on the
I'll get you
plane.
a travel kit.
Okay.
You do travel blogging too, so I'll get you a
Yes,
travel
yes,
kit.
and I am gonna blog while I'm there. I'm gonna blog a little bit before that. But my camp is this will be the the 5th year we've done the camp. So even though I've been back, it'll be 4 years in March. This is the 5th year I've done the camp. So, so I can tell you the right dates. July 8th through the 12th this year. So we usually try to do it after the 4th of July. So some folks that go away for the 4th.
They'll be back.
Yeah.
Almost ready for school, but also got a little summer
So a
out
little
of
bit
the
of a
way.
break, yeah. And it's at Heather's Dance Academy, which actually used to be my mother's studio. So where we grew up was at Berea Plaza. The last few years my mother moved kind of near Cherrydale. So it's right across from the Home Depot there on North Pleasantburg. So it's Heather's Dance Academy now, but it looks exactly the same as when my mother left it. Even the Broadway sign that's there that we love, my dad made like in the 70s, and my brother Andrew, who I mentioned before, painted the scenery behind it, the skyline of New York. So it feels
home to you,
absolutely home to me.
I'll bring some cupcakes.
Exactly, and then I really feel like at home. So we have a nice space there, and we do everything. It's a triple threat camp. So you sing, you dance, you act. We do improv. Even if singing's not your thing, don't worry. We're gonna help you with that. You're only gonna do about 16 bars on your own. Then we'll do a group number. We have done some phantom things in the past, and I've shown them the actual choreography. We're going to do something different this year. We might do something Hamilton. I'm not sure.
Oh, wow. My 11-year-old's going to love you.
Yeah. And so I also am going to do this program where I sort of trace how we got to Hamilton, from Gilbert and Sullivan in the 1800s to Hamilton.
Oh, fun.
So we may do something about that as well.
I know I'm not in that age group. Can I sneak into the class?
I had tried because I've had some people ask me the last few years that I've been here, hey, we want an adult class. We want a class for 6-year-olds. So I actually just did try to do that, and we didn't get quite enough people interested because we were doing it on Saturdays, and I know that's hard. I thought maybe winter Saturdays would be easier than fall and spring when people are going away, but we're still trying. So we would love to do that because I know there's not a true acting class unless you are already at the Fine Arts Center or the Governor's School or in a college program. So we're working on that. But for this is a camp for a week anyway.
This is a camp for the kids, and I think that's great. And I love the Hamilton idea because me being a big theater person from way back, and my oldest son's also into sports like his dad. I go to New York last year to hang out with some friends, and I asked both of my kids what do they want. The youngest wanted the Statue of Liberty, so I got him a Statue of Liberty. He wanted the real one, but I got him a little small one.
Right.
And the oldest thought about it, and he goes, Mom, I want something from Hamilton. I'm like, what do you want? First, that's the only theater thing he had actually asked for, and that was first in his mind in New York City. So I went to the company store. I got him a shirt, a water bottle, everything.
Yeah, isn't there like a kitty? I think there was one. We thought about getting something for Aiden. We saw it here at the Peace Center. I saw it last summer. It'll be 2 summers ago in New York because a friend of mine is playing Angelica. She's fantastic.
Angelica.
Oh, she's great.
My
And
voice is gone. I shouldn't have
just
done that.
just love the show. Just love the show.
It's a fantastic show. It's brilliant, and my son constantly listens to it on his iPhone.
Yeah.
And so you said
Yes.
Hamilton, and soon as
So
you
we'll
hear
probably do a little something.
As soon as you hear this podcast, he's like, Mom, I know what I'm doing July 8th.
Good.
Yeah,
And we do have a lot of young men, so clearly we need men in the theater. I mean, look at this picture. I'll send you the actual thing. On that front row, that's me in the dress. The rest of those are guys. Got to have the guys in the theater. Of course, anything goes nowadays. Some guys can play girl parts and vice versa. But, in some shows, it's traditionally, this is a guy role, this is a girl role.
And you're also building the base. You're building the future.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and I cannot wait, obviously, for your for the class. I can't wait to hear more about that. We'll talk about that as it gets closer. But also, Improv Never Dies.
Yes.
And that's at Liberty High School coming up on February 7th. Admission is just $5.
Yeah.
And proceeds go to?
The proceeds, now some of the proceeds go to the school, and then some go to the Project Hope Foundation. I'll have CDs there as well, and I'll make a donation from the CDs as well to both organizations.
And wonderful. And if they would like to make a donation to Project Hope?
Absolutely. You can go to projecthopesc.org, and I'm going to put all of this information as well on my website, KimileeBryant.com, and all my social medias too. I'm on all of them.
Oh, me too. I totally, and I will be sharing with all that, and you're welcome to share all
Yes,
this.
we'll tag each other.
Exactly, as we already do.
Yes.
But you know what? I would love to have